in the life of a startup, there's a period of time before you and your co-founders incorporate. So it's probably the most exciting time. It's when things are happening. It's also, from where the lawyer sits, it's the most richly productive of lawsuits. This is where co-founders wind up suing each other, hating each other, so on and so on. Then you form some kind of entity. And I hate to keep using that word, but the entity is usually some variety of corporation or limited liability partnership or limited liability company, at least in California. Remember that the United States is actually 50 independent countries. That's why we call them states. Each state has their own laws. In California, we have the California Corporations Code. In Delaware, Delaware has the Delaware General Corporation Law. Completely different bodies of law. Different states will authorize different kinds of limited liability entities, but presumably you're in California, which means you're probably going to have a California entity or a Delaware entity. And so that limits the choices you can have. After you incorporate, you usually are not ready for funding. Some people are not going to seek funding. There's great reasons to avoid funding. And one of the things we may talk about tonight is VC misbehavior. It's kind of a dirty little secret around here. And then the third stage I invite you to think about is, yes, I've got my stuff in one sock. I've got my MVP. I've got my co-founders all squared away. I've got a strategic advisory board. I'm ready to go. What do I do now? That is probably the most dangerous stage for an entrepreneur.